It's working.
That's fantastic to hear. I'm glad it's all working smoothly. If you have any more questions or need help with it, anything else, just let me know. Happy streaming. If you have any more questions or need help with it, anything else, just let me know. Happy streaming. If you have any more questions or need help with it, anything else, just let me know. Happy.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying, isn't it? Uh, well, that doesn't work. Apparently not. Starting main. Okay. Screen, which is just the screen. My face, and we've got Xbox. Yeah. I just need to figure out the chat now. That's it, and I'm pretty sure we're good. Right. Okay, so I want it to be like see-through and not the exact top chat, live fans, all that stuff. Like it's a box directly on my face. I want it to be see-through, so it doesn't interfere with my stream. It's just like it comes up as people type.
Got it. To make the YouTube chat transparent and blend nicely with your stream, you can tweak the browser source settings in OBS. Here's how you can do it. One, open the browser source properties, right click on the browser source you added for the chat and select properties, adjust the dimensions, set the width and height to match your desired chat area. You can also adjust the resolution to be smaller if you only want a tiny portion of the chat. Custom CSS for transparency. In the browser source properties, you'll find a custom CSS field. You can add CSS code to make the background transparent and hide certain elements. For example, you can use something like CSS body, background color, transparent important. This will make the chat background see-through. You can also hide certain elements like the top bar or other UI components by adding more CSS rules. For instance, to hide the header, you could use chat header, display none important. Adjust opacity. If you want the chat to be slightly transparent rather than fully transparent, you can add something like opacity 0.8 to the CSS. After applying these changes, click OK and then preview your stream. You can always go back and adjust the CSS until you get the exact look you want. With these steps, your chat should blend seamlessly and only show the content you want. If you need any more help or have any other questions, just let me know.
No, it's still there and it's not transparent, even though I added the word transparent.
Got it. No worries. Sometimes the chat elements can be a bit tricky to fully make transparent. Here are a couple of extra steps you can try. One, check the chat container. Sometimes the chat elements are within specific containers or iframes. You might need to target those specific elements. For example, you can try adding more detailed CSS rules to hide the header or the chat input area. For instance, you can add something like chat header, display none important. Use the browser source's custom CSS more extensively. You can also try to hide specific chat messages or other elements. If you only want the messages in the background, you hit set the body background to transparent and ensure all other elements are hidden. Consider using a transparent background image. If you find the CSS isn't fully doing the trick, you can use a transparent PNG image as the background.
You know what? I'm gonna search up a YouTube video on it.
How to add your YouTube live chat to your OBS studio. So first of all, go to your browser, go to your YouTube, click on create and select go live. Once you are in your YouTube live dashboard, here in this right hand menu you get your YouTube chat panel. Now click on this chat drop down, here select live chat. Now click on this three dot and here click on pop out chat and a different window. Now here just copy your chat link from here. Now go back to your OBS studio, under sources click on this plus icon, select browser. I'm typing here YouTube chat and pasting my YouTube chat link here, clicking on OK. And as you can see, I've successfully added.
Yeah, but it's not see-through. That doesn't help.
How's it going, everyone? John here. Welcome to another OBS Studio tutorial. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the custom docs to be able to bring in your YouTube chat. And then we're going to go back. We already have set up, but what you're going to want to do is go up to View. How's it going, everyone? How's it going, everyone? John here with the custom docs, and that's kind of a bust. So what you're going to want to do, bring this chat in. What you're going to want to do is click on the three dots. You're going to go to pop out chat. You're going to take this link up here in the browser and you're going to do Control-C to copy. What you want to do is set up a custom doc, which I already have set up, but what you're going to want to do is go up to View, Docs, Custom Browser Docs. And as you can see, I already have one set up, so you're just going to give it a name. And then you're going to Control-V to paste it and hit apply. So what that's going to do is that's going to then populate that right here, just like how you see mine. Since I already had it set up, it didn't go and populate it, but it was already there. Now what we need to do is take this and bring it over here into our chat area. So we're going to find our source that we have for our chat, and I have mine labeled as YouTube chat browser source. So I'm going to right click, go to properties, and since it's blank, we're going to go and do Control-V, hit OK, and there we go. So I'm going to type in here in the chat, I'm just going to say hi, and then there it is right there. So every time you have to stream, you have to go and set this up. So that's the only downside to it. So it's easy to set up, it's just tedious to have to constantly do it over and over and over again because the stream chat and everything changes every time you start a new stream. So that is the only downside to it, but that is at least your workaround for it. And obviously you can still go through the other stuff I've mentioned in my other video about the chat box where you can go and resize it and everything like that. So definitely go ahead and take a look at that video if you guys need for it. But if you guys know a workaround that works better, let me know in the comments section. And obviously you can still
Yeah, that doesn't help. I want to make it.
Having a chat overlay on to make sure you have your OBS Studio open. Then you want to, once you get to this web, authorize Twitch to have access to stream elements, and then you're going to see a dashboard just like this. On the left-hand side, you're going to select streaming tools, you're going to select overlays, and we're going to go ahead and create a new overlay. We'll go ahead and bring that up. It's going to say overlay resolution. You're going to leave it at 1080p, and then you're going to go ahead and hit start. Now we're going to come to this plus icon here at the bottom, and we're going to select stream tools, your stream chat. So now you can see here that we have this black box, and what we want to do now is we want to go ahead and customize this. So to be able to do that, we first want to go ahead and use dark chat. We'll leave it there for just a few moments, show message permanently, and then you can go ahead and put a delay for 2 seconds. This is what I recommend. That way you can give people time and they don't try to spam, and it keeps the chat flowing nicely. So next we want to come to where it says position, size, and style. So the first thing we're going to give you to where it says, and now that we have that in place, we want to go ahead and hit save. We'll come to the scene where we want to go ahead and add this chat. Okay, and you can see I have the chat here, so I'll delete this one here for the moment. And then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and use the plus icon. We want to come to browser source. We want to name this chat. You'll simply select OK. And now here where it says URL, we're going to go ahead and paste the link that we just went ahead and copied from Stream Elements. Then for the width, we're going to do 1920, okay, by 1080. And then you're going to press OK. And you're going to see here that the chat is going to go ahead and come up here for this black box. So now what we want to do is we want to position this where you're going to want your chat. And we want to go ahead and test this. So if you've gone ahead and come to settings inside your OBS Studio and you've connected your Twitch account, then you should have a chat option pulled up just like this. If you don't, you can go ahead and do this directly on the Twitch app as well. So we're going to say this is a test just to make sure everything is working. We should see the chat pop up here. Perfect, it's popping up. So now we want to come back to Stream Elements and make an adjustment. So inside of Stream Elements, we're going to come now and make the chat transparent. That way this black border is not blocking anything on your stream. So to be able to make this transparent, we're going to come to settings, and where it says dark chat, you're going to select custom. Once you do that, you're going to see here that it's going to go ahead and adjust. Now I want to go ahead and make the size of this text a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and use 30. It's going to give it, I want chat. Now we want to come back to Stream Elements and make an adjustment. So
Okay, so I'll have to look into that there. It's probably quite a boring stream, I know. But I'm doing this in the meantime to show you the process I'm having to go through. See if I can get it working, because I have not used OBS before. Oh, it did come up. I was expecting it not to. Go back to that YouTube video.
Inside of Stream 670, this is going to give you and then you can box plus icon here at the bottom. We'll go ahead and bring that up. It's going to say overlay resolution. You're going to leave it at 1080p, and then you're going to go ahead and hit start. Now we're going to come to this plus icon here at the bottom, and we're going to select stream tools, your stream chat. So now you can see here that we have this black box, and what we want to do now is we want to go ahead and customize this. So to be able to do that, we first want to go ahead and use dark chat. We'll leave it there for just a few moments. Show message permanently, and then you can go ahead and put a delay for 2 seconds. This is what I recommend. That way you can give people time and they don't try to spam. And it keeps the chat flowing nicely. So next we want to come to where it says position, size, and style. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and make sure that it's at 541 by 670. This is going to give you a nice size, and then we can resize it directly inside of OBS. Then we want to come to where it says text settings. We're first going to go ahead and enable the custom font. We're going to name this Impact, and that's going to give us a nice bold, easy to read. And then we're going to check this color, and we're going to make it white. Okay, and then from there, what we want to do is text size. We want to put this at about 25. That's about a good size, and you can always adjust this later. So now that we have that in place, we want to go ahead and hit save. And once you hit save, you're going to name this overlay chat. You're going to hit save. And now what we want to do is we want to grab this paper clip. And we'll come back here to Stream Elements in just a few seconds because there is one setting that we need to adjust before finalizing everything. So we'll come back to OBS Studio. We'll come to the scene where we want to go ahead and add
The browser thing, yes. I'm going to have to do this over here because I don't really want that to be seen.
icon here at the bottom, and we're going to select Stream Tools, your Stream Chat. So now you can see here that we have this black box, and what we want to do now is we want to go ahead and customize this. So to be able to do that, we first want to go ahead and use dark chat. We'll leave it there for just a few moments. Show message permanently, and then you can go ahead and put a delay for 2 seconds. This is what I recommend. That way you can give people time and they don't try to spam, and it keeps the chat flowing nicely. So next we want to come to where it says position, size, and style. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and make sure that it's at 541 by 670. This is going to give you a nice size, and then we can resize it directly inside of OBS. Then we want to come to where it says text settings. We're first going to go ahead and enable the custom font. We're going to name this Impact, and that's going to give us a nice bold, easy to read. And then we're going to check this color, and we're going to make it white. Okay, and then from there,
Is that the problem I'm having? That I've not made it white.
what we want to do is text size. We want to put this at about 25. That's about a good size, and you can always adjust this later. So now that we have that in place, we want to go ahead and hit save. And once you hit save, you're going to name this overlay chat. You're going to hit save. And now what we want to do is we want to grab this paper clip, and we'll come back here to Stream Elements in just a few seconds because there is one setting that we need to adjust before finalizing everything. So we'll come back to OBS Studio. We'll come to the scene where we want to go ahead and add this chat. Okay, and you can see I have the chat here. So I'll delete this one here for the moment. And then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and use the plus icon. We want to come to browser source. We want to name this chat. You'll simply select OK. And now here where it says URL, we're going to go ahead and paste the link that we just went ahead and copied from Stream Elements. Then for the width, we're going to do 1920, okay, by 1080. And then you're going to press OK. And you're going to see here that the chat is going to go ahead and come up here for this black box. So now what we want to do is we want to position this where you're going to want your chat, and we want to go ahead and test this. So if you've gone ahead and come to settings inside your OBS Studio and you've connected your Twitch account, then you should have a chat option pulled up just like this. If you don't, you can go ahead and do this directly on the Twitch app as well. So we're going to say this is a test just to make sure everything is working. We should see the chat pop up here. Perfect, it's popping up. So now we want to come back to Stream Elements and make an adjustment. So inside of Stream Elements, we're going to come now and make the chat transparent. That way this black border is not blocking anything on your stream. So to be able to make this transparent, we're going to come to settings, and where it says dark chat, you're going to select custom. Once you do that, you're going to see here that it's going to go ahead and adjust. Now, I want to go ahead and make the size of this text a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and use 30. It's going to give it a nice size. And the beautiful thing is once you hit save, it's going to automatically update inside of OBS Studio. So let's go ahead and come back to OBS. We can go ahead and do another test. This is a test. We'll go ahead and see it pop up. And now you see here that now we have our transparent chat. Now, if you want any of the overlays that you see that I'm utilizing, like this countdown timer, you can come to streamdesigns.com where
Wait a minute. I think this is my fault. Hold up. Let me bin this. Press plus. Go to browser and then add this as chat box. And then Still not coming up, is it? Didn't it come up like straight away here? Well, fuck. What? I did not put 9, I put O. Oh.
having
Let me show you how to see your YouTube chat over your game when only using one monitor. First thing we'll need is this free program, which I'll leave linked in the description down below. Ignore the fact that it says transparent Twitch chat overlay. We're gonna be using it for YouTube. So we're just gonna click that link. We're gonna go all the way down to where it says installation and usage and download the latest release. So we'll click this link. It'll bring us to the latest version. It doesn't matter if this number differs from yours, depending on when you're watching this video, but you're gonna find the latest version. You're gonna scroll down to where it says assets. You're gonna click assets and download the Twitch chat overlay installer right here. So I'm gonna click.
so in this video so in this video I'm gonna walk you step by step on setting up your YouTube chat overlay inside of OBS Studio. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is have your OBS Studio open, and then typically you're gonna go ahead and add your chat overlay to your intermission screen. Now I have here my video, my gameplay, and then I have an empty box here for my chat overlay. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna come to streamelements.com, and I'll put a link in the description of this video. Then you're gonna get logged in with your YouTube account, and once you do, you'll be brought to a dashboard just like this. On the left hand side, under streaming tools, just select overlays. This is gonna bring you to the new dashboard, and then we'll select new overlay. We'll have it at 1080p. Hit start, and now what we want to do here is we want to hit this little plus icon. We want to come towards the static and custom, and you'll select video if you have animated overlays, or an image if you have static overlays. And what I'm going to do to make this easier is I'm going to go ahead and bring in my just chatting scene to Stream Elements, so that way I can align it directly with the actual chat. Now the overlays that I'm utilizing are going to be from streamdesigns.com, and they have tons of animated overlays for you to be able to choose from. Now for this example, I need to make my stream. So once you video, if it's animated or select, is originally right click, double click, overlay screen, choose a little bit smaller, and with the full it will come in. We'll name and then we'll name this URL 20 by 10. So we'll hit browser, and then we'll name this overlay YouTube chat. Press OK, and now it's going to paste our URL that we just went ahead and copied. And then super important that we want to go ahead and select here 1920 by 1080, and then you scroll down and you want to select refresh browser when scene becomes active. Hit OK, and then our chat's going to pop up right in the spot that we need it to pop up in. And now that we know that it's in the right spot, we can go ahead and lock it, and now we can come back here to Stream Elements, select our chat again. So we'll come here to our chat, we'll come here to settings, and now what we'll do is we'll do custom, and that's going to go ahead and make it transparent for us. We'll hit save, and then when we come back here to OBS, now our chat is transparent. And then once you go live, your chat will now start to appear in this box here. And you can go ahead and right click, hit copy on the browser, come to maybe your gameplay scene, and then you can go ahead and paste it to be Studio to make it pop. And you can, what I'm going to do to make stream live, and you're going to see this, come back here, video that extract for elements, space, save, you'll come back to layers, and you can go ahead and just hit this little save to OBS Studio, and then we'll come here to our intermission screen, hit this little plus icon, we'll hit browser, and then we'll name this our 1920 by 1080, and then you scroll down and you want to select refresh browser when scene becomes active. Hit OK, and then our chat's going to pop up right in the spot that we need it to pop up in. And now that we know that it's in the right spot,
I did that.
spot, pop up 1720 browser when scene becomes active, 1080, and then you scroll down.
There, what? RGBA 00. Hit the same thing.
And you want to select refresh browser when scene becomes active, hit OK, and then our chat's going to pop up right in the spot that we need it when scene becomes active, hit OK.
Well, that don't work either.
If you guys want to learn. So if you want to have your Twitch chat popping up on your stream like this, or like this below or above or anywhere on your stream in fact, then I've got you covered. Let's go into how to do that. So the first thing you're going to want to do is head to streamlabs.com and log in with an account that you might already have. If not, make an account and link it to your Twitch. It's super simple to do. It's just like registering for any old website. Once you're over there and you're all logged in, you'll notice that down the side here you've got a bunch of different options, and the one you're going to want to add your chat box is the widgets button, all widgets. You can add anything that you wanted to your stream, like bars, pop-ups, goals, etc., and it will all work the same way that the chat box does, but for this video, let's talk about the chat box in particular. So click on this. There is a bunch of free options up here that you can download to make your chat box look a little bit more themed and fancy, but for the sake of this video, let's just stick with the basic kind of built-in one that you can do straight away here. If you do want to change and customize this, you can scroll down and change a bunch of the different text sizes, the colors, the fonts, you can hide. And once you've done all of that, it will preview what it should look like up the top here. Once you've done customizing it, click copy widget URL up the top, copy it and don't share it with anyone else because it can be something people mess with.
I had a feeling this might come in handy.
Once you're over there and you're all logged in, you'll notice that down the side here you've got a bunch of different options, and the one you're going to want to add your chat box is the widgets button. All widgets. You can add anything that you wanted to your stream, like bars, pop-ups, goals, etc., and it will all work the same way that the chat box does, but for this video, let's talk about the chat box in particular. So click on this. There is a bunch of free options up here that you can download to make your chat box. Talk about the chat box in particular. So click on this. There is a bunch of free options up here that you can download to make your chat box look a little bit
There we fucking go. There we go. My guy cracked the code on YouTube. Mate, shout out Cal's Creation. He cracked the fucking code. He's got it exactly as it is on my... I should really just use my Streamlabs for all this shit then. Let's test it again. So... we're going to have it this size. Oh, that's trippy. Well, sauce. There we go. Works. Cool. Now I'm going to move that away because that's just trippy as shit. That's also quite trippy. I'm just going to chuck that up there. Ugh. Okay, yeah, that's working. Let's have this on. Hey. Oh yeah. You can copy, can't you? East. East. Hey, that is so much handier. Yeah. Streamlabs in along with OBS is the way to go, I think. Got screen transitions, very nice. Now, the next part, and a big part of what I need to do, is I now need to set up my Stream Deck specifically for this. So you're going to see that now. So open the Stream Deck thing. It's easier like this. And this is how my Stream Deck looks. You just don't see this normally, but this is how I do it. So what I'm gonna do, get rid of that. And then under these two, mainly because I can't be bothered. And then on this one, yeah, it's because I don't want to do it on Streamlabs. I want to do it on OBS. I'm probably going to have to do all of these again, ain't I? Right. Screw it then. Start from scratch. So we need a folder. There you go. Plus OBS. That one there we'll have. So it's like spinning. And we'll name it OBS stream. Okay. OBS stream. Right there. And then I press on it and then it will open this. And now this is where I have to edit every single Kim one. Okay, whatever. Right. Streamlabs. It's called OBS. That's not a thing. Obviously, there's going to be a way to control it. You probably have to search that one up as well. One minute. How to control OBS with
In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to control your OBS show using a stream.
The link will be in the description. In order to configure your Elgato Stream Deck with your OBS Studio, you'll want to download the Elgato Stream Deck software. You do so by going to the link in the description or just search for Elgato Stream Deck software. Just select whatever product you have. So in my case, look kind of like this. And the main idea of how this works is that you got your keys here. Perfect. This is where you will edit all your actions. And to the right, you got this big menu of all the different actions that you can configure into your Stream Deck. If you scroll down a bit, you will directly see here OBS Studio. So
did I miss that? Like, Well, it's because it's not installed. Don't fucking stand by. Well, I can't do that on there. On there. There we go. Here is the OBS one. Cool. Virtual camera, replay buffer. So I have a replay buffer we're not going to be using. Right. I want it similar setup to my normal setup. That's cool. It spins. Theme. Already right there. How convenient. Alright, so this one, and then we're gonna have starting over here. Gonna have actually down here. I'm gonna have BRB right there, as you do. These are ugly, as you can tell. Right, I'm just gonna check this again. Hello, sexy. There you go. I'll do that. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I couldn't sleep because of this. It was bothering the fuck out of me. Starting BRB. Which is fine. Okay. Let's scene, and scene. Alright. So this is where my scenes are going to come in. So we'll have camera, screen, main, same thing, camera. I will say this looks really dead on my stream deck right now. Main. Screen. Yeah. Cool. We'll definitely have to customize that because it looks ugly as fuck. Okay. That's what we need. Built a screenshot. You screenshot directly from OBS? You probably could do that thing, I just never tried it. That one's a screenshot. That's pretty much how I've got it on mine. Then source visibility. It's probably gonna be audio mixer. Or this, won't it? Okay, not that. Get rid of that. Audio mixer, let's try that. We'll try it with the desktop audio. And then we'll have a look. If I press mute, unmute, mute, 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 unmute. Okay. Then another audio mixer. This one's gonna be the mic and aux, and then good, pretty good. All right. Live button is there. Bless me. Pretty sure if I press replay button now it'll crash the stream because it needs to start anyway. You know what? For now, I'll remove them. That is what they're going to be for. It's going to be for the replay buffer. Right, now let's make them less fucking ugly because they are horrifically disgustingly ugly. I don't know if I can. If there's a way to like copy these. I don't think I can. Whatever, right? Starting BRB, starting BRB, export screen. Right, we're working. Who? Anyway. Oh, shit. Main, so you see what we're doing. Anyway, right, face. Alright. I'm just having it similar setup. So when it's on, it's got my face. When it's off, it will have up. Camera, yeah. Alright. So when it's on, it's got a face. When it's off, it needs a camera. Oh, what have I done? Can't spell camera. Yep. So off camera. Then what did I do? Oh, I'm an idiot. That was for the scenes. And then... Oh, right. Okay, try it again. So, camera, 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 camera. Cool. That one's on, right? So this should not be a camera. This should be SCENE scene. Well, I don't even know what I'd put that down as. Get rid of that. you're wondering what the music is, it's Warframe. Okay. Now let's do the audio. The Elgato ones were really nice. Not them. Not them. Not them. I swear that's got new ones. There you go, it was these ones. This and this. So the mic on versus when it's off. This one, headphones. Versus off. There you go. Now you should not be able to hear the desktop. And then you can. Cool. And we need one more for going live. To display when we're live and when we're not. Alright, when we're live. When we're not live. Oh no, that one's better. When we're not live. Sweet. Now, that is the OBS one. Also, we do have sounds from soundboards, like, you know, screams, farts, and zombies, just in case, you know.
What are you doing?
You know, good old farts. You know, just because that's funny. And then even zombies, you know, like. And
Sam!
yeah, I've got a few bits on here. These ones seem less and less important. This one is what launches everything at the same time. Now, because I'm gonna need the same as this, so I'm gonna copy and paste the actions. ABC. So Discord opens the website, YouTube at the same time as opens Streamlabs. But this one, we're gonna remove the Streamlabs and we're gonna replace it with open and we're going to type OBS Studio. Right, that is the OBS one. I'm going to change that to a different OBS one. So the distinguishable difference. This one I need to update. because this one no longer opens Discord and it gets really annoying. I think it's because it updated that one time. So A, B, C, D. Don't know why there's two, but sure. And that one, as you can see, opens Streamlabs, which I don't know if I'm going to even be using anymore. So, yeah. Did that just make sense? Okay. I think we're about done for now. Obviously there's more I can do. I'll have a look what more there is I can do real quick. Using... Okay, let's try this. Main, and then plus, and then... Okay. Woke you up. Sorry, mate. I'm doing a test stream right now. You're right, JA. Yeah, so it's just a test stream. I didn't actually, like, comment it. Also, I've just realised how massive your comments are. What the fuck? Yeah, so right now on the stream I've been rebuilding my Streamlabs but in OBS because I had a problem with Streamlabs yesterday and I keep having problems. I thought you was kind of sheep in my what the fuck? Well, just leave me on when you go to sleep. No, so I was just sorting out the fact that yeah, so my Streamlabs, how I normally do things, got updated and then it stops using my no background thing and it pissed me off. So this morning, like, I went to sleep yesterday because it overwhelmed me, and today I woke up and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have a shower, which I did, and then I was like, I'm gonna sort this out. And so how I sorted it out was I thought I'm gonna try and rebuild everything I've built, which has took me a long ass time, but I've learnt a lot on Streamlabs into OBS. So yeah, 1 second, I need to write. I'm gonna try that and see what happens. Or not. Get that. Maybe if I might be censoring it again. I might have censored it. Yeah, it censored it. Okay, that's fine. You can't put suck massive eggs because otherwise it's just like thinking of insulting. Yeah, that's alright. Now I need some kind of loud audio. Oh, man. Yeah, cool, there you go, it's loud enough. As you can see, I'm thinking hard. Just altering a few things on my channel. I found a better way to tip where it would actually... It was something I've been trying to sort out. It was a bit underwhelming when I got my first ever tip and it didn't come up with anything on the screen. I've now changed that. I didn't know how to do it and I just stumbled across a setting while I've been looking through the settings anyway, so I've changed it over. If you click on the links on the channel, it will say buy me a coffee. You click that and then it will take you to the stand out, do whatever, add a gift to your donation alert, blah 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 blah. Stuff like that. So yeah, I just added that anyway for fun. I didn't think that it would be possible, but I've done it. I didn't know that they had a tip page. I glossed straight over it. So we don't need this. Leave that. Leave that. Leave that. Leave that. Leave that. Leave that. Okay, so the tipping page looks like this. And it's really cool because I didn't even know that it was possible. This GBP is what it's set to. Obviously you could do your own, it is what it is. Add your message here and hopefully it should now come up. So if I pressed a $5, it will cost me a $5, so I don't take any fee on it. And that is a massive standout. I don't believe or I'd know if that is ever gonna happen. $5.99 a month is mad, you know. If someone ever did that, that'd be insane. But yeah, you can add a GIF and an effect to your donation, either or. That so, and then you can put a username. So you don't have to tell me your real names, okay? You don't have to do it. It's all good. Like, because we figured that one out when Nibble was the first ever person to donate, and when he did, he donated, nothing came up, and then I found out his real name. So now I won't know his real name through the safety of this. I've now sorted that out. Again, I don't do this for tips, donations, or money, but my god, it would amazingly help me. But yeah, you don't have to. Never have to. I just do this because I enjoy it, and anything helps. You know what I mean? But yeah, that is now arranged. So you know what I'm actually sorting. Cool. Oh, Poe, shut it. Okay. That's fine. Right. So, yeah, this has been... I don't even know how long the stream is. I don't know where it says how long the stream is. An hour and 58 minutes. So, yeah, this has been a stream of me sorting out my stream stuff. It wasn't meant to be a stream. It accidentally became one. Because I needed to sort this out, and I thought it might be worth doing it live, just in case one of you pop up or something like that. We will be going live on GTA as the first test, using the Elgato to capture. I've heard loads of good things about OBS, of it just being simpler and smoother in the background than, say, Streamlabs. It's far more, you know, needs more. So I'm hoping that now, with this, it's now working. If I get the same problem again, I know exactly what it's going to be, because OBS told me. NZXT is what I use to tell me how hot my PC is getting within the case, and yeah, it said to shut that because it's conflicting when I downloaded it, so it could be that. But this is looking really nice, you know. Haven't had a single frame drop. Haven't got dynamic resolution or anything. It's using zero, so it's using basically 1% of my GPU's power, which is next to nothing. Come on now, you know what GPU I've got. Yeah, it seems to be pretty good. Just one last check through beforehand. Gonna use my OBS stream button. Fine. Mute the desktop. You shouldn't be able to see the desktop. You couldn't do that anyway. And then we've got camera, which is my big arse head. Hello. Then you've got main, which is here. That's just my main PC camera. Then you've got just screen, because obviously we're a gamer, not an entertainer. And then we've got Xbox cam, so there'll be Xbox in the background. Xbox and main, so main Xbox. And then main screen, which is obviously, again, we're a gamer, not an entertainer. Okay. We have the screenshot button, which I don't really necessarily need to try. And then we've got the starting screen and the BRB screen, which look okay. I mean, it could be better, but, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't know if you'd enjoyed this. I mean, it's been quite a boring stream, I'm not going to lie. It's just been a stream of me sorting shit out and not really talking to much, but it was a test, and I'm just going to leave it up, so I don't really care. Yeah. Anyway, this is to the next stream. We are going to be trying this very last button right over here somewhere. I don't know if you can see it, or maybe if I go to camera. No, it's right beyond my head, isn't it? Yeah, that button there. We're going to try that one, which should end the live. So I'm hoping that that's going to work. But yeah, the first stream is going to be me actually going back on Xbox. I need to get hold of Reese. I need to find a decent session so Reese can sell in, like, because I owe Reese a lot when it comes to stuff on GTA. So I'm going to be doing that. I hope the quality's come out well. Really hope it has. And I just hope you all have a very good morning. Now, I will catch you in the next stream very soon, as I've probably got to go make a thumbnail now. But yeah, love you long time. I'll catch you later. Peace out, alright?